Welcome to Situation Court, where we help people in the middle of a disagreement, debate, or any other minor or major situation. We offer an unbiased opinion from our host, Judge P. He's a fair and reasonable mediator, but the true judge is you. Watch the full show and cast your vote on who you think won the case at www.situationcourt.com. Now, let's get into the show.
Hello and welcome to Situation Court. I'm your host, Judge P. Today's episode, are you for or against polygamy? My guest to my left, tell us your name and the reason you're here.
My name is Maxine Long _ Instagram, and I'm for polygamy.
Thank you. Sir, to my right.
My name is Sean Terrell Page. My Instagram is Mr. Page _ and I'm against polygamy.
Understood. Thank you for that. Okay, now it's time for the first session. Testimony and questions. Miss Maxine, please give us your testimony.
Okay, I believe in polygamy because not only do you have a village to raise your child, you're also building generational wealth with your children. You're teaching them finances. You're showing that in a household, it doesn't have to be a struggle. You're not getting men to raise their kids because they're incarcerated. You have men dying from the hands of police every day. When you bring in 2 women and a man or 3 women, you're building not only a sisterhood, but you're building a foundation for a child. Not only they're getting 1 mom. Imagine having 1 mom, but you have 3 moms. And you have that masculine background of the man being the head, enforcing all those disciplines. So now you have not only 3, maybe 4 incomes, because you might have 2 women working, 1 man, and then a woman that's building the household. Not everybody's working. Some people, might just want to stay home. She's nurturing the children while we're bringing in other incomes.
Okay. So that's why you're for polygamy.
I'm totally for polygamy.
Okay. Mr. Chantrell, you have some questions for Miss Maxine?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Sorry about that. No problem. My first question to you, Miss Maxine, would that be a good environment to raise your children in?
Yes.
Okay. Is it difficult to fall in love with one person?
Of course.
Do you personally know people that have a successful polygamous relationship?
Yes.
Okay. I was shocked at that last one because I don't know anybody. Mr. Chantrell.
You think you don't know anybody.
Right. Wow.
Right. So.
Damn, boy.
So, I threw me off. Chantrell,
yes, sir.
We would like to know why you're against polygamy.
I think I'm against polygamy because, I was raised with 1 dad, 1 mom, and, that's it. I mean, the thing is, it's one of those situations where, as you grow up as a child, that's what you're used to seeing. As far as with an extra woman or extra man in a relationship, somebody is going to be a jealousy thing eventually. It's all about time as well. And somebody's going to, get their feelings hurt eventually. Yes, it looks good in this generation, but, back in the days, look how we were all, raised. Everybody was raised different, but, in this generation, it's cool. It's fine. But I don't see the big deal. I don't see the big deal of, with having 2 or 3 different, 2 women and 1 man in a whole relationship to raise a son or a daughter. You got to think of the kids as well. Once the kids, go to school and everything, it might be an embarrassment to the kids. You never know what they going through. Some kids might be talking behind their back like, yeah, his dad got 2 moms, or his mom got 2 dads. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at it like that, but at the same time, I get it, but I don't agree. I definitely don't agree with it because, at the end, it could cost, the kid his, what am I trying to say?
Society scrutiny.
Yeah, scrutiny. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Thank you very much, dog.
Good word.
Appreciate you. And yeah, that's it.
Okay. Miss Maxine, you have some questions for Chantrell?
Of course. Are you worried about what society thinks when it comes to your polygamous relationship?
Yes. As far as polygamous relationship, yes, I definitely would be. I definitely would be.
Are you worried about leading 2 or more women?
Can you repeat that question? I'm sorry.
Are you worried about having to lead 2 or more women?
Yes, because can I give you a follow-up?
Yes, right now, sir.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yes.
Okay. Your third one?
Do you think it only benefits you sexually?
Yes.
Yeah, the
That's
way
it. Yes. I'm sorry.
That's about it. Now it's time for our next session, the freestyle session. So Chantrell, Maxine asked you, would that be a good environment to raise children in? And she said yes. What do you have to?
No, I totally disagree. It's not a great environment to raise kids in with 2 women and 1 male. I mean, it'll confuse the child. And as I stated before, it's one of those situations where, you got to look at it.
So you're telling me 2 women and 2 men raising a child is okay in society, but adding on extra, first of all, polygamy is 2 wives,
That's
not
correct.
men.
Okay.
So you're telling me with 2 wives and a husband is a problem, but children are being raised by 2 women and 2 men.
When they separate, she's saying when you got 2 separate families.
Not separate families.
Right.
I'm talking about the lesbian gay community.
Oh.
They're being raised by 2 women and 2 men. What you're telling me is wrong and it's confusing to a child to have 2 moms and 1 father.
Well, I have nothing against lesbians, gays, homosexuals. Just want to let you know this right now.
You said it's confusing. You said it's confusing the child, but
She dropped a flex bomb.
it's nothing against them. It's just the fact that they are successfully raising law-abiding citizens in this world. So you're telling me that's okay, but 2 women and a man raising a child is wrong.
Okay.
Well, to answer your question, to each his own. I'm not one of those people that just judge you as far as like gays, lesbians, or anything like that. But like polygamy, I'm not used to it.
What's the difference?
These days, I'm not used to anything. So
You're not used to
as far as
you're not used to it being publicized.
That is true.
Because mommy and daddy been cheating all their lives.
Oh,
No, I've never seen that before.
No, we're not gonna put the mom and dads out there.
We're not going to put those.
I'm just telling the
Your
truth.
first question, Miss Maxine. You asked Chantrell, are you worried about what society would think or say about how you conduct your polygamous relationship? And he said yes.
Why?
Mm.
Why are you worried about what society say? What you do in your household has nothing to do with the outside world. You pay your bills, right?
Right, that is correct.
You do what you do on a day-to-day basis based off what you want, right? So why would a polygamous relationship defer you from living your life on a day-to-day basis?
See, I'm more thinking about the child. I'm more thinking about more of the children, how the children will react to
It's
that
more
situation.
love.
Yeah, it's more love, but at the same time,
More nurturing.
you got to remember, these kids out here, they're rough. And like I said before,
That's a
and we
fact.
got social media out here these days.
You
They
assume kids are rough. If you raise your child you raise your child, not letting social media raise your child, not letting TV raise your child, that's one back to society. You're back on society. Society is raising your child if you're worried about social media, TV. If you raise your child based on how you want to raise your child and instill the environment and the values and morals into your child, why does society has to say?
Okay, hold on 1 second though. Just the input. You said, what places did you say? Social media, outside, right? So
Outside.
what about when all 3 go to parent teacher conference?
Exactly.
And it's the school where they got to be at for 8 hours a day.
Okay,
Exactly.
so it's okay for 2 men and 2 women and walking.
Oh, that's you got that
It doesn't
rebuttal
make
in
sense.
your pocket.
Exactly, because it doesn't make sense.
No,
It's
that's
okay for 2 women to say, okay, I'm raising Little Johnny.
Look.
Or 2 men say, I'm raising Rebecca.
That's your big joker. I ain't mad
Because
at you.
it doesn't. Because how does that make sense?
No.
What you're seeing,
Yeah.
2 relationships, 2 strong relationships. I'm not talking about something that's just been 3 months, 4 months, we go on the parent-teacher conference. I'm talking about before mommy and daddy had me, this is what they were doing. They brought me into this. So I've always known 2 moms and a dad. I'm not just waking up and one day, oh my God, my dad got a girlfriend. What's going on? If you're raised this way, why is society taking away from the way you were raised?
Okay, I get you. Okay,
Definitely.
you asked Maxine, is it difficult to fall in love with one person? And she said yes.
Okay. Well, me personally, it's not difficult to fall in love with just one person. The thing is, when you look at it at the end of the day, you look at someone that you want to spend the rest of your life with. You know, when you get married, you want to raise a family, you want to have, you want to do everything that you want to do in order to be what you were raised in. And like I said, if you find that person that you can't live without, it's not difficult at all, to be honest with you. I mean, you don't want to go outside the box and looking for 2 women and stuff like that. But, it's definitely easy. I mean, like I said before, that's
because you fall in love with an emotion.
No.
Falling in love is an emotion. Falling out of love is an emotion.
Right.
It is temporary.
Okay.
When you love somebody unconditionally, there's no beginning or end to it.
Right.
I agree. When you love somebody unconditionally, y'all both have an understanding.
Okay.
Hey, I want to add someone, and I want to give more of my unconditional love because I'm not falling out of love with you. I'm just adding on to the love we're going to share together.
But I have an interjection on that too.
Yeah, I disagree with that.
People probably going to attack me for this, but there is no such thing as unconditional love to me.
No.
There are conditions that'll make you not love somebody anymore. No, there is. If that's the case, you would have had one relationship and been in it for the rest of your life.
No, because when growing up, I believed in, oh my God, I'm falling in love. That was an emotion. That's something that my heart felt. It was just there.
It's there.
Now, meeting my boyfriend, I love unconditionally. There's nothing that he can honestly do that's going to make me be like, I don't want to be with you. I don't want to do this. I don't want to. Because I know that we're all human. We have faults. If Jesus can forgive me for what I do in my life, why can I not forgive him?
Because Jesus won't punch you in the face.
Exactly.
I will punch him back.
Right. You can't win. Okay, we're going to keep going.
God, you know what I mean?
And I'm a forgiving female.
Okay, so you asked, are you worried about being able to lead 2 women? And he said yes.
Why? What is so scary about that?
I mean, sometimes it's difficult to just one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, let's just be honest.
But if you're leading...
Okay, listen.
If you're leading her, this what men y'all get messed about leading. When you lead, doesn't mean that you are ahead of her. That's what people always say, oh, the man is the head, the female's at the back. No. When you're leading her, you're beside her. Because when you fall, she's going to be right there beside you. People look at leading as, oh, I'm going to go first. I'm going to do this. No, it's not leading in this generation is taken the wrong way. Because there's simple facts of a woman can lead a man to a certain destination and he can pick up from that destination and continue that route with him beside her. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to be doing everything. And men feel that, oh, I'm leading 2 women. That means I got to do everything for these 2 women.
Well, the problem is you're speaking for yourself.
Right.
I'm speaking.
Right.
No.
But
the reality
like
is,
personal,
a lot of women, when they want a man to lead, they want him to do things.
They come from broken households.
Everything.
They want it's a different standard.
Households.
Which is possible.
Because if you have a mother and father and you see the way that they provide teamwork within the relationship in the household.
But then you're speculating that their mother and father did it right. The mom could be punking the dad.
Exactly.
You're right.
So it's a lot of.
I'm not taking that.
It's a lot of steps where things can be a little discombobulated.
But I still want to know, why do you fear that leading two women?
No, I didn't say
he said
fear.
worry.
Why are you worried about leading two women?
Women are jealous.
Facts.
We know this for, eventually that love is going to end.
Which is a condition.
Exactly. Because the thing is, with men.
Right there.
Okay.
Love ended, right? But if you love it unconditionally, there's no such thing as falling in and out of love.
That's not real. Exactly.
Unconditional love is real.
What I see when you talk about like having two women, you remember the movie The Mac? Okay. You remember the movie The Mac?
I'm not that old. Sorry.
I'm just saying.
I'm not that old.
Control your mind, body, and your soul.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, I mean.
You ain't never heard of The Mac?
The Mac. Max Julian.
All right, we're going to go.
I'm just saying.
Okay. You asked her, do you personally know people that have a successful polygamous relationship? And she actually said, yes.
I really need to hear this.
Okay, so
I need to hear, please.
See, I remember back in the day, there was a picture on Instagram of, it was a man and a woman. The woman was pregnant, and the female was kissing the pregnant woman. And everybody was like, when your side chick accept the baby mama? No, there are successful polygamy relationships out there. They're married. They're on their second child. The first one had a baby. Wow. The next one is now pregnant.
You personally know them? Wow.
Their name is called Two Wives and a Husband on Instagram.
Oh, no.
No, I'm talking about personal.
Oh, personally, call them.
Like call them.
Yes.
Like they invite you over for Thanksgiving dinner.
I'm not going over for Thanksgiving because they have multiple kids. They got too many kids for me.
Okay.
But they should be financially able to take care of them since they got a whole village.
They do. It's 3 women. This is a totally different family. They're called the Rockmores. And I personally know them. They live in Bakersfield, California. And it's 3 women and 10 kids. And
by one man?
Yes.
Wow.
Dang.
Jeez.
That dude
God said, y'all know, okay, I'm going to tell y'all something. God said be fruitful and multiply, right? If it takes a woman 10 months to have a child, 9, 10, calculate your weeks, to have a child, but a man can have as many kids as he wants, how else did y'all think he was going to be fruitful and multiply? God wanted us to build.
Once every 10 months?
He didn't say that. He said
okay. No, hold on. We're going to go to the next
one.
Nerves. You asked, do you think it's only beneficial for sexual pleasures? And of course, he said yes.
Yes. What?
So,
let me tell you something. This is the camera on, right?
Yes.
I'm going to talk to the camera real quick.
Oh,
I was
man.
12 years. No. I was 9 years old. Okay, 9 years old. My dad, he had a videotape. Okay, a video chess. The VCR.
VHS. Mm-hmm.
So what happened was, he said, whatever you do, you can watch Beetlejuice, Crush Groove. Do not go past the Crush Groove credits. I remember that. There was 3 movies on there: Beetlejuice, Crush Groove, and there was
big videos.
It was some craziness. Okay, so I never went past the credits. Okay, so I fall asleep. Okay, I guess it went past the credits. I seen 2 women, one guy, just doing everything. I was just like, oh my gosh. And like I said, I was young. I was like, oh man.
Once again, I am polygamy. You're speaking polyamory.
Right.
There's different types of polygamy.
Right.
Polygamy means a man has multiple wives. They are not obligated or want to sleep with each other.
Right.
You're thinking polyamory. Polyamory is when you have multiple sexual partners.
Right.
You're in love, you're doing your own thing. Polygamy, which is the topic for today.
Right. That's what we're talking
is a man having multiple wives. The wives are not sleeping with each other. Now, if you have a bisexual wife that's interested in the other wife and she falls in love or whatever works, that's your dynamic. But it's not an obligation. And that's what people get confused with the threesome.
So what she just saying, your whole VHS story is trash.
Basically, sorry.
It's all good.
She just killed it.
But
she's saying that's random sex with just random people, where what she's referring to is actually an actual family basis.
Yes,
Well,
it's a foundation. It comes with
so on the
a
family.
husband.
I gave you a good story.
I think I seen that same one though.
But the same one.
It does not go down like that.
Oh,
see, that's what I'm looking
taking
at.
the fun out of our thoughts.
Oh, it's serious.
Okay, so,
But yo, it's
educational.
Like
Yeah,
with
very
me and my boyfriend.
Talk about it.
From jump, I told him I'm polygamy. Like you can have another wife, another
I thought your
girlfriend.
name was Maxine.
My name is Maxine.
I thought you said I'm polygamy. But go ahead. It was a joke. Don't worry about it.
Like,
you said from the jump, I told him I'm polygamy. Nice to meet you, polygamy.
yeah, so I believe. Okay, so I should say I told him from the jump I believe in polygamy.
Okay.
He's polyamory.
Oh.
So he believes. No, he's not.
Yes.
So he believes.
And polygamity.
Choker that I can't take off. But anyway, we're not gonna go there. It's a different situation going. Anyways, so I told him straight up, like, I don't mind you having another woman. I'm bisexual. I don't mind being with your woman if we hit it off like that. But I'm not obligated to be with her. It's not an obligation in this relationship. Because I'm polygamy. I believe in you, me, and another female. Doesn't mean that I have to be into that female. She's there for you, not for me.
Okay. Because we might drag this out. Okay, so we're going to go into the Judge P's perspective.
Okay.
So y'all get ready, because I'm about to come with the Tyson stuff. Sean Trail.
Yes.
First question is, wasn't the homosexual lifestyle looked at just like polygamy in the past?
Yes, it was, definitely.
Right.
Yeah.
So with that being said, you can probably say that you'll see it more in the future and it may be more accepted.
And these days, this generation, yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's definitely going to, yes.
So it's going to grow. So
it's definitely going to grow. I mean, with TV and just everything that we see nowadays, and from TV to social media to, holidays and stuff like that, it's going to happen. Okay. We're going to see polygamy a little bit more bigger than it is.
Okay.
I know that for a fact.
Okay, Miss Maxine. At what age would you allow a child to partake in a polygamous relationship?
18.
18.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we do know that in elementary and things of that nature, you have children that say, I have a girlfriend or I have a boyfriend, right? Okay. So if your let's say 10-year-old daughter comes home and says, Mommy, I have a girlfriend and a boyfriend.
You're 10. You don't.
Hold on now. Because if you have the household that is the example and then they're trying to repeat it at 10, what would you say?
That's fine. I would teach my child, but at 10 years old, your child don't know or understand what's going on. At 10 years old,
so
I had a boyfriend. Say they got a
girlfriend and boyfriend?
I had 3 boyfriends. You think I knew what 3 boyfriends was at 10 years old? I did not. I just that's my boyfriend. That's my boyfriend. That's my boyfriend. I like them. They like me. And that's what it is.
You're polygamous now. Okay.
I guess it started early.
Okay. So Trell, I got one for you.
Yes, sir.
Does love have a limit?
No, it definitely doesn't have a limit. As far as with a relationship, definitely no limits. But I mean, I'm against polygamy. So
He just contradicted his whole
I'm
statement.
against polygamy.
So
you're pushing it. You like right there. All right.
So I got y'all both with a little doohickey.
Yeah. You a limit,
Right.
You on thin ice.
I got one for you. We kind of touched it a little bit, but we want to elaborate more. Is polygamy a male-driven situation? No.
It's not. Why would it be a male-driven situation?
Because it's usually not multiple men, it's multiple women. So why wouldn't that be?
Because a man is a protector.
What does that have?
Protects.
So you're saying protection is the basis.
Why would one woman need two people to protect her?
Why would one man need two women to raise kids?
Excuse me?
Why would one man need two women to raise kids? Plenty
because
of
you have
women
one.
are doing it now.
Okay, so you have three people, right?
Mm-hmm.
One household.
Mm-hmm.
Say for instance, a 5-bedroom.
Okay.
Just gonna put it out there. One woman stays home and raises the kids. You know why? Because daycare is expensive.
Why can't the man do that?
What man wants to stay home with kids?
Didn't you just say you had a friend who the man babysitted?
That was weird. But he babysitted for her to go out at night. I feel like this. When it comes to nurturing.
Remember what you just said. The main part of that statement that you made was you feel like. Okay.
What was the question again?
Yeah.
What was the question?
The question is it a male-driven situation?
No, it's not a male-driven. Because everybody feels that it's a male-driven situation because they think of sex. The man is getting more sex. You have two women.
No, I said it's because it's usually multiple women and not multiple
exactly,
men.
But that's what they're thinking. They're thinking because they have multiple women, then the man is wanting it for more sexual benefits. When polygamy has no sexual benefit.
Then why wouldn't it be multiple men as well?
Because men don't know how to work together.
Oh, right. And women do.
Exactly.
We know how to work together more than y'all.
What?
We know how to do a sister.
Hey.
So you're telling me right now.
Hey.
Oh my God.
One woman.
Are you serious?
Think about this. One woman living in a household with two men. Can you honestly say you would respect the man that's banging out and you hear all night?
You got women that can't take seeing their man do that to a woman.
But if you're gonna be in a polygamous relationship, you already have grounds for that. You're not getting into a polygamous relationship if you know you have extreme jealousy to I can't see my man. People that get into these relationships.
But we're going past the topic. What I'm saying is
it's not
male driven.
No.
Okay, and you know that the points that I just proved to you
are
that
wrong.
It is. Okay. Okay, so now here comes my verdict. Based off of everything put together, I feel like not being a polygamist is traditional, and majority of us have been raised on that, right? Mm-hmm. Polygamy is still growing, but the fact that it's growing means that it's alive, which would mean that you can have one if everybody's on the same page. So I agree that you can be in a polygamous relationship. But
told you.
The ultimate decision is up to you guys. Go to www.situationcourt.com and vote on who you think won.
I totally disagree with Judge P's decision. I think he wants to be a polygamist himself. At the end of the day, I stand by what I know, and that's it.
I won, he lost. Judge P made the right decision on polygamy today because I came, stated my facts, and now I'm just going to show society how it really works.
Another great episode to be for or against polygamy. I voted in favor of for polygamy only because We're in a day and age where we need to learn not to judge anybody for what they choose to do. As long as everybody involved in the situation is on the same page, who are we to say anything? Until next time, on Situation Court.
That concludes another great episode. Now place your vote on who you think won at, and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Contact us at situationcourt@gmail.com if you have a situation in need of a mediator. We'll see you next time on Situation Court, where we seek the truth, not a victory.